Turkey has changed.
And in this video, we're gonna tell you exactly how. Let's go. So over the past year, Turkey has been our base and we have really enjoyed our time here. Our experience has been so amazing.
We've been to some beautiful places here in Turkey. We made some amazing friends, and actually we even bought and renovated a property in Istanbul. And we have seen through all that so many changes here in Turkey. So let's talk about it.
So the first thing we're going to talk about today is the lockdowns and the pandemic. Turkey has been one of the first countries to lift all the lockdown measures starting last summer, which kind of incentivized all these digital nomads and the expats to come and move to Turkey because it has more freedom in terms of movement. And actually, just recently, March 2022, when we're recording this video, you no longer need masks inside or outside, and you don't even need the HES code to access bars, restaurants, or government offices. And also, if you have a vaccination, you don't need a PCR test to travel, or if you can prove that you had COVID before through a medical record of some sort, you don't really need a PCR test even to travel.
Number 2, the Turkish Lira. So obviously we all know that the Turkish Lira has had massive issues over the last year. When we first got here a year ago, the Turkish Lira was 7 to 7.5 to 1 USD. And now, as of this recording, it's about 14.5 to 15 Turkish Lira to $1. So the Turkish Lira has lost massive value over the last year. It's hard to say if it's going to continue, but what we do know is that it's caused a lot of things in the country, and also especially imports coming into the country, to go up in terms of cost. We especially saw that when we were doing our renovation of our property in Istanbul. Obviously, this has been a really tough thing on the local economy, on Turkish people living their day-to-day lives, getting groceries, transportation. This could actually continue. Right now, we've seen that the Turkish Lira has kind of stabilized for the moment. It's hard to say. Turkey has always had a lot of inflation issues, and especially right now with the geopolitical issues going around the world, it's really tough to say. Hopefully, Turkish Lira is able to stabilize for a while, but one thing we definitely recommend, if you are moving to Turkey, to make sure you keep a USD or a Euro account at your bank, and then a Turkish Lira account. That way you can just bring in your euros or your dollars and you can convert as you need lira. Otherwise, if you come in and you convert a large amount of cash into lira and the lira continues to tank, then obviously you've lost quite a bit of money in that case. So that is the situation with the Turkish Lira.
Number 3 is the cost of living. The cost of living has definitely increased during this past year because, as David mentioned, the lira went from 7 to 15. We saw that reflect on a lot of prices, especially accommodation and groceries. And for example, during this currency devaluation, we're actually been renovating a property. For a full breakdown of the cost of the renovation, please go to the description below. We have a full video especially for that. But when we're renovating this property, we would get an invoice, let's say on Monday, for 10,000 lira, and then by Friday would be 20,000 or 25,000 lira. So we could really see the devaluation and the inflation of the prices reflect on these kind of prices. And this actually has a bigger effect on the Turkish people and the local economy here. So that's why we recommend that you do your grocery shopping locally, go to the farmer's market, and we actually have done a video on a farmer's market that we found and absolutely fell in love with, and how you, as an expat or as a digital nomad living in Turkey, can help the local economy. So to wrap up, yes, the cost of living has increased. However, if you're bringing dollars or euros and you're converting to Turkish lira, you're actually getting double what you would have gotten a year ago. So for an expat or a digital nomad bringing euros or dollars to Turkey, the cost of living increase is between 4 to 5%. However, keep in mind that percentage really depends on where you're living in Turkey. For example, if you're here in the south of Turkey, the prices of goods and services tend to be cheaper than the prices of services and goods that you're going to find in Istanbul.
So number 4, tourism and the expat/digital nomad community and the growth we've seen here in Turkey. So obviously before the pandemic, you saw a lot of tourism and the growth of Turkish tourism in the last couple of years. But then obviously during the pandemic, it dropped off quite a bit, just like the rest of the world. However, Turkey started opening up a lot faster than other countries in the region. And so that had a lot of people coming to Turkey because you could freely come into Turkey as an expat or a digital nomad. Coupled that with the low cost of living and the high quality of life, I think you're going to continue to see more and more people looking at Turkey as a second or a first home base.
Number 5 is the Turkish temporary residency. And actually, last year, David and I both have applied and obtained our own Turkish residencies, but the process was easier than what it is today. Unfortunately, as of February 2022, we heard that they're kind of making the procedure a little bit harder. They're asking for more documents, and we even heard that some people that apply for 2 years only get 6 months. We've also been hearing that they have been getting a lot stricter on the documents needed, especially on the 12 months lease that you have to get. The lease has to be notarized. So just make sure you double and triple check the documents just before you apply for your permit to make it easier for you.
So the last thing I'd like to talk about, it's not part of our 5, but it's the Turkish real estate market. So the Turkish real estate market in USD terms has actually gone up quite substantially over the last 6 to 8 months. Yes, it's gone up massively in Turkish lira terms, but that's mostly due to obviously the inflation and the Turkish lira collapse. The reason why I think the Turkish real estate market has gone up in USD terms is because you have so much more demand and a drop off in supply. To actually go in deeper on this, a good friend of ours, The Wandering Investor, has made a great video with actually our broker, and we'll link that video down below. But essentially, I think the Turkish people, to protect themselves against massive inflation, have either bought property or are not going to be listing any property. And so that's taken a lot of supply off the market, but you still have a lot of demand internationally and within Turkey itself. And so I think you could see a continued increase in USD terms in Turkish real estate moving forward. So for us, we're still super bullish on Turkish real estate, especially if you have a 10, 15, 20-year time horizon. Hey guys, so that concludes our 5 reasons plus a bonus of how we've seen Turkey change over the last year.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and I just want to take a minute and say thank you for everybody that subscribed. We actually reached 5,000 subscribers. It's the first milestone for us. Yeah. We're super excited, and we're so happy that you do enjoy our content. And if you want more information about Turkey, or you have any questions about our journey, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and don't forget, like, and if you're not subscribing, make sure you subscribe and you hit that bell button. See you later.
Thanks guys.